Okay, good morning, everyone. Hi. So today, welcome to join our Wisenet webinar today. So first of all, please mute your audio and put into listen-only mode. And this webinar is being recorded and will be available for replay. And we will take Q&A time permitting, and if time runs out to answer all the questions, we will reply to you individually afterward. Please use chat for Q&A. So let's begin. So today, I'm going to introduce Wisenet WAVE VMS version 4.1, which is released recently. So the agenda for today, actually, we already had this Wisenet WAVE session before. So I'm going to introduce the specification and what is the key feature of Wisenet WAVE briefly. And today I'm going to focus on live demo, some more live demos. So maybe today you can learn how to use Wisenet WAVE and how to operate, and also how can you you can integrate with other third-party system. So okay. 2 seconds. So first, what is Wisenet WAVE? It's a VMS. It's a video management software that has been designed to fully harness the feature set of the Hanwha Wisenet cameras, encoders, and recorders. And a deep integration has been implemented using an adaptive driver to discover device capabilities, eliminating the need for constant driver revision for new models. Basically, one of the benefits of this Wisenet WAVE is compatibility. So let me show you one thing. This is the compatible device list from the Wisenet WAVE website. Once you visit this wavevms.com, you can see this website, and you can see here the compatible devices list. So once you click it, then you can see this list. And as you can see, almost every manufacturer's camera devices has been already integrated with the Wisenet WAVE. And most of them are integrated with the OnBIF driver, and some of them we are using adaptive driver. For example, for Wisenet, we are using our own protocol, which is Snappy, and also for the Axis camera, we are using Bapix driver for the Axis cameras. So some of them we are using native drivers, which you can use full functionality of the devices. And some of them we are using only OnBIF drivers, so maybe there is a limitation for the functionality. Okay. And the system structure is quite similar to other VMS. We have a Wave server, which is recording server, and we have Wave desktop, which is client. We have a 3 kind of client. You can use just desktop PC as a client, and also you can use Wave mobile application for the Android and iOS. And also we are supporting this Wave Sync, which is cloud service. So that means you can connect to your web system via web browser as well. So it's a kind of DDNS. Actually, once you register your system to the WaveSync website, first you have to make your own account from the WaveSync website, and you can connect all your web system to your account. So once you log in WaveSync website, then you can connect to your web system. And okay, so what is the specification for the Wave server? As I told you before, the Wave, including server and client. But of course, you can install both of them into the one PC, desktop PC, and server, so you can use as a standalone. So server scalability is maximum number of the client connection per server is 100. That means if you have a one Wave server, you can have a maximum 100 client. And the maximum number of clients in the system is unlimited, which means so we are supporting server merging system, which is if you have more than 300, 400, many cameras, then you have to use multiple server to cover every cameras. In that case, you can combine multiple servers, then it will work as a one system. So we support maximum 100 server for combining. So we call it hive. So you can make one hive with 100 server. That means so each server can cover maximum 128 channel. So if you calculate it, maximum around 10,000 channel you can use. So in that case, for the system, as I told you before, this one server can handle 100 client. That means if you combine 100 server, that means it will 10,000 users, which is kind of unlimited. So that's why we right here unlimited. The main feature of the Wave, we have many functions, and also this Wave, one of the benefit of the Wave is very simple and very flexible, and it's very easy to operate and to configure. So basically, we support auto discovery of devices, which means if you install Wave into the server and you just connect Wave server to the network, then server will discover automatically every devices on the network. Then you just select the camera and you can register it. And also Wave support device configuration, so you don't have to open camera web page for the configuration. You can configure almost every features from the camera from the Wave user interface. And also, of course, so we focus on essential features. So it's very easy, simple, and light, but it has essential features. So we support, of course, event and rules and user management and recording and live streaming. And also, this is quite important part. Wisenet Wave support Wisenet MVR integration. Most VMS companies, they don't support MVR because of course they don't want to use MVR because of some licensing policy and some other reasons. But basically, they want to just directly register camera to the server and recording to the server. That means you need to pay a license for one channel. But we are the manufacturer of not only the cameras, but also we are manufacturing MVRs as well. So we have integrated our MVR to the Wave. You can just register MVR to the Wave system, and you can see the live and playback, and you can get every event. So it's fully integrated already. And also, we support cross-platform, which means you can use Windows and Linux OS for the server. And also, you can use Windows, Linux, Mac, and iOS, Android, and web browser as a client. And we support supported media. It's with H.265, 264, MJPEG, and audio as well. So, and also, we support some offline media as well. Actually, I'm going to explain later. And also, we support in failover, which means failover function comes with default function. So you don't have to pay any license for failover service. So you just combine the server, more than 2 servers, and you can use failover function. Okay, and we support LDAP and some other security protocols like SSL and TLS. That was a specification for server, and now it's a specification for the client, desktop client. So maximum number of camera on a single layout will be 64. And we support Prime Media, which means you can use Wave client as like a video player. So you just drag and drop your video file to the Wave client, then it will be played just like a video player. So also images as well. You can just drag and drop image file to the wave client, and it will appear on this tile. So it will be kind of a flexibility to use this client. So you can use this client not only for the TV monitoring, you can use it for some other marketing or some other purpose. And also, we support video wall mode. You can use this web client as a video wall. So one client can support maximum 2 monitors, and you can combine several clients, and you can use it as a video wall. Right. All right. And also, we support this web page. I mean, every single tile on the web client, it's we support this as I can say. So it's kind of you can use it as a web browser. So you can put some web page on the tile, and you can put on the layout, so you can use it as a web browser as well. Okay. And also, we support smart motion search and keyword search, bookmarks, and audit trail, which is you can track somebody has been done something, maybe something wrong or wrong configuration or something, so you can track it and you can find it. And also, we support single and multimedia export. And for the export format, we support just normal format as MKV and MP4 AVI. And also, we support some exclusive format which cannot be modified. Right. So this is the we always empathize what is the benefit of using Wave. So first of all, it's a simplicity. It's very simple and easy. I'm quite sure after this session, just less than 1 hour session, after that you will learn how to use Wave, and you can just download Wave from our website and you can play with it. It's very easy. That means you don't have to spend much time to train your customers and your SI. So it's a kind of benefit from the Wave. Also, it's very light. I mean, the installation file, packaging file, installer package is less than 200 megabyte, and also it doesn't. It will take less than 30 seconds to install to the system, so it's very light and very easy. And also, we support Vero for the reliability and some server backup system, and we support WaveSync as a cloud service. And as I told you before about the cross-platform, we support most of OS, and we are supporting this open SDK and API. This is also quite strong point from the Wave. It will make very easy to integrate with other third-party software. So first, the simplicity. So we support quite many features which make you to operate easy for Wave. So auto discovery and camera configuration, motion analytics from the server side, and fisheye dropping. And also you can merge up to 100 servers to make an enterprise system. And also we support health monitoring, web page, offline video. So just let's see the user interface from the Wave. This is me actually. So once you open Wave, this is it actually. You don't have to go into deeper menu to configure some other things. Just you can configure almost everything from this window. This is it. So from the left-hand side, you can see the resource panel, which you can check the devices list from here. And in the middle, of course, you can see the live streaming and some health monitoring, also web page as well. And also you can put some offline media file as well. And in the right-hand side, you can see the every event from the cameras. So you can check the event and you can just simply double click it and you can go to the playback for that event. So let me show you some live demo of the Wave. So first, this is the Wave user interface. So first, as I told you before, the wave system is automatically discovered every cameras, every MVR from the network. So now I have this list, and actually this in front of the camera there is a red circle, which means this devices has been registered already, and other devices are not registered yet. So if you want to register devices, just it's not authorized yet. So you can go to the camera setting and put the credential. And now you can see the live video, live monitoring from here. This is our office. So basically, you can just register camera and you can see the live monitoring without any license. So live monitoring is okay. And if you want to record, then just go to the camera setting and go to recording tab and enable recording. That means it will take one license, one channel license for recording. So as far as you are not recording the camera, then you don't have to pay for any license. But if you want to record camera to the server, then it will take the license. So you can just enable license, enable recording here, and you can choose record always and motion only, motion with low resolution, and just drag and drop like this. Then it's done with the recording setting. So now you register this camera and recording has been started, and that's it. So very easy. So if we want to record other cameras, just select multiple of them and then go to the camera setting and put some measures, and you can just turn on the recording. And when you go to this system administration menu, first you can see some main menu from here. So this is option for the auto discovery. Default is on. This will be on. That means this system will discover every cameras automatically. But just remember, after you have done all configuration, you better to turn off, because otherwise maybe it will keep sending the discovery request to the network. So I prefer to turn off after you finish every configuration. And when you go to the license tab, you can see what license you have. I have now a 16 channel license, and you can see I have a total 16 and 4 license has been in use. And in this case, if you want to use Wave license, I mean, you can just install Wave from the you download Wave from our website, and you can just install, and you can use a temporary license, kind of a demo license, which can support 4-channel recording for the 30 days. But in that case, you have to activate your license. So there is a two-way of activation. So first, you can connect your web system to the online, and you can just simply activate it. And also, if you don't have internet access, you can go to the manual activation. So you can get this hardware ID, copy of hardware ID, and you can send it to us or maybe our distributors, and then they will send you the activation key file, and you can select the activation key file from here, and you can activate the license. And how about the troubleshooting? If you fail the if server is fail, so you are using the Wave, but in some reason, maybe hard disk crashing or something, your server is failed, then you can just simply install Wave to the new server, and you can send new hardware ID to us. And if you have, you can send also license key as well. Then we will deactivate the old license from the old hardware ID, and we can active to the new hardware ID and send the activation key file as well. But also, you can intentionally move the license from the server number 1 to the server number 2, maybe. So maybe you want to upgrade your server. So in that case, first can deactivate deactivate your license first, and then you can activate to other server again. So just don't worry about the server fail or some other trouble with the license. We can handle it. And about the update, so if your system is connected to the internet, then the system will connect to the update server, and if there is other update available, then it will discover automatically, and it will give you option. If you want to update now, you can just download and update. But if you want to update later or something, then you can just download update package and you can install later. And about the wave sync, I will explain later. So okay, so now let's a little bit of play with wave. So first I have a fisheye camera here. For example, if you just drag and drop, and here you can see we have this crop window system. This is actually the I like most. You can simply make another window, which is a image. You can just use this. So maybe if you have a fisheye, or normally we are using this feature with a fisheye camera, but if you have a 4K or very high resolution camera, then also you can use like this. This is functions. Actually, I have tested. Before I wonder how many crop window I can make. So I tested until 20, and I just stopped the test. It was too many. And also, you can use fisheye dropping like this, and you can use it as a PT camera like this. Okay, and it's very simple to make your own layouts. You can just drag and drop, and you can size up and down. Very easy, very simple, very flexible. Okay. And about the motion detection setting, before that, I told you before we can configure the camera configuration from the wave. So just must right click and go to the camera setting, go to here, advanced menu. Then it will give you these options for the camera setting. So first you can change your stream profile from here. Normally Wave is using two profiles. Profile 1 for the high resolution and second profile for the low resolution, and it will be changed as you up to the CPU resources. I mean, if you put the too many cameras on the tile, maybe more than 30 or 40, then CPU resource will be higher, and Wave will change the resolution to the low resolution automatically. Also, you can use this image setting options from here as well. So that means you just register the camera, and you can configure the camera setting from the wave very easily. But this one actually, it's up to the camera. If you are using just a simple on-beef camera, then maybe you have a limitation of this function. So it's up to the camera. Actually, this is the Wisenet camera. Means you can have a full functionality. So that's why you can use every option from here. But some camera may be will be limitation. And about the motion detection, go to the motion tab. This is not the camera analytics, camera motion detection. This is server motion detection. You can choose 0 to 9 sensitivity, and you can make them your own motion detection area. So which means this analytics has been done from the server side. So of course you can use this server side motion detection for every cameras, but that means it will take more and more server resources. So if your camera can support motion detection, normally every devices now support motion detection, and then just suggest to use motion detection from the camera, then you can get the event from the camera. But in some reason, you cannot use motion detection function from the camera, then you can enable this motion detection from the server, and you can use it. And also, I told you before, we have many usage for this tile. So now I'm using this tile as a live monitoring. And if you drag and drop this server, then you can see the health monitoring. So now you will see the CPU resources and memory and hardware. Here you can just put on here. Normally what we are doing is we put the camera you want to see here, here, and here. Then also you can put one double monitoring page here. If you have a multiple server, maybe you can put some multiple monitoring page as well. And then you can see the live monitoring and monitoring source at the same time. And just one more tip, if you click just this here, information tab, then you can check resolution and frame rate and also bandwidth from this stream and codec as well. Okay, that was kind of a operation for the wave. Already you can operate the wave and already you can configure the camera and recording configuration from the wave. I told you it was very simple. Okay, secondly, light as a feather, which means wave. This is a wave install file, which is bundle, including server and client, both of them. And now it's less than 200 megabyte. Size is very small, and it will take only less than 20 or 30 minutes for installation. So now I'm installing Wave to the server, and you can see it's very quick, and it's already done. So it took almost 15 seconds to install Wave, client and server, both of them. And for the minimum specification, you can use 16-channel recording with the following hardware spec: Intel Atom processor, dual core, and 2 GB RAM and 1 NIC. So actually, this is kind of a minimum specification. Of course, if you want to use Wave with a 100 channel, then you have to use like an i7 with a 16 GB RAM. And for the client, you need some video card for smooth decoding. But if you have a small system, then you can use this minimum specification as well. And about the reliability, basically we support failover and video data backup. First, for the video data backup, once you open the server setting page here, go to the storage management. Now I'm using this storage as a main storage for the recording. And also, if you have a external storage, another storage for the backup, you can assign other storage as a backup storage, and you can set the backup. Actually, this backup is just copying every recording footage to the backup storage. So first, you can select the schedule, so real time, by schedule, on demand, and also you can select camera. So you don't have to back up every camera. So you can select which camera is important. So just select some cameras, and you can make a backup. So it's a kind of a redundancy. And if you are using failover, so first here, I have two servers here. So let's set the failover. Turn on the failover for server number 1 and turn on the failover for server number 2. And also you can set some priority for the camera. So you can set some camera is a higher priority and some camera is kind of a medium and lower priority. And once I disconnect server number 1, so now I'm turn off the server number 1. As you can see, server number 1 will be disconnected, and we are losing these two cameras. But less than 30 seconds. Actually, this video is kind of a fast forward. So already these two camera has been failed over to server number 2, and now they are recording to the server number 2. It takes normally less than 30 seconds. So you will, of course, you will lose around the 20 and 30-second video footage, but it's very fast actually. And now I am turn on server number 1 again. Then server number 1 has been come back, and these two channels will be failed back to server number 1. So now all system is normal. So this is wave failover. And about the wave sync, this is cloud service. You can connect your system to your own account from the wave sync cloud. So first, you have to register your system to the wave sync. So here, go to the system administration. Then here is WaveSync. I have already my WaveSync account, so I will connect to my account. So connect system to WaveSync. Click it, and I have my own account, and just put the password. Of course, you have to connect your web system to the internet. System connected to WaveSync. So let's go to the WaveSync website. Here, WaveSync. When you visit this sync.wavevms.com, then if you don't have any account, you can just create account. So I have my one. So once you log to the WaveSync website, then you can see your system, wave systems. Actually, there's no limitation of registering wave system, so you can have a multiple wave system connecting to your own account from the WaveSync. So now I have these 3 systems, and if we want to see the current system, just click it. Actually, if you have a wave client, you can open your system in your own wave client. So if you don't have it, just click it, and you can connect to your wave system with your web browser, and you can set some main features. You can also manage the user information from here, and also you can see live monitoring as well. So when you go to the View tab, it will show you camera list you have, and also you can see live monitoring and playback, but only one by one channel only. Where is it? Okay, let's check this. Oop, oop. No, I think I chose the wrong system. This one maybe. But in here, you can see the live monitoring, but you have to consider about the delay of the streaming. It's real time, but not 100% real time. It will be delayed like 5 to 10 seconds or something. So you have to be careful about it. So here you can see the live monitoring, and also you can see the playback from here as well, but only one channel. And this is new feature of the Wisenet WAVE version 4.1. We added this information tab, which is kind of dashboard. So you can check every errors and warnings and what kind of errors you have. You can check every servers you connect to the Wave system, Wave Sync, and you can see, and it will be very useful if you have a multiple site, but you can just register your site to your WebSync account. Then you can simply connect to your web system, and you can check everything. Okay, and also okay, just a second. So this is Wave Sync. I just show you. And this is a new feature for the Wave version 4.1, health monitoring for the and information tab from the Wave Sync. And also we have added this push notification for the Wave Mobile. So Wave Mobile is also using Wave Sync. So once you install your Wave Mobile to your mobile, then you open it, you connect to the Wave Sync. And then you can connect your Wave system via Wave Mobile. Before, we didn't have this alarm notification, push notification before, but now we have it. So if you upgrade your web system to the version 4.1 and web mobile to the version 20 point, anyway, the latest one, then you will have this new functions for push notification. Okay, so for the OS, we support Windows and Linux as a server OS, recording server, and also you can use almost every operating system with a web client. And this is OpenSDK and API. This is also a very strong point about the Wave. So we support built-in SDK and API from the server application. So once you install Wave Server, and then you can connect to the server web page, and you can see almost everything about the SDK and API. And also we support this generic event, which is HTTP request, which will make easy to integrate with our third-party software. So let me show you how to do it. So this is server web page. You can just connect your local host with the port number 7001, and it will connect the web server. From the web server, maybe you are quite familiar with this user interface. It's quite similar to the web sync actually. So you can configure some settings, and you can also see some live monitoring from here. And when you go to this for developers tab, you can see several menus, which is first of all, server API. Once you open this API tool, you can see every API list from here. And once you click it, then you can also get the test tool as well. So it will be very easy for the third-party integrators. They can just install Wave, and they can see every API and SDK from here, and they use for integration. And for the generic event, actually, what is the generic event means? It's very simple. Wave can receive HTTP request as an event. So first of all, let's make a sample example. Let's make a simple example. From the Wave, first you can set some event, go to the camera rules, and then you can add event. Then first you choose what kind of event you can use for the event triggering, and you can set the event action from here. So from the event triggering, we have this generic event. So that means if this wave system receive the generic event including some specific keyword, then it will get the event, and then you can connect to some event action. So for example, let's make a test. So source and caption and description, we have a 3 option for keyword. So I put this 3 options, and the event action for the just show desktop notification. Apply. And now I will make one event, generic event. So I'm going to put test from the caption string. Then it will make this line, this URL. So basically, if third-party system sending this URL to the web server, then web server will get the event. You can just copy it. You can just click the test method from here, and you can see this event has been received. Now, generic event, which is caption including test keyword, has been received. And also, you can just copy this URL and just and then it's same. Now, so you can use this for the third-party integration. For example, if you have another access control system or some other third-party system with your site, and if that system can send this kind of a HTTP request, then Wave can receive it, and Wave can use it as an event trigger, and it can connect to other event action. And also we have this HTTP request for the event action as well. So if, for example, if you have some other third-party system as well, then you can connect to other third-party system as well. So you can also, not only you can receive a generic event as a HTTP request, but also you can send the HTTP request to other system as well. And also we support some authentication type, which is if you are using MD5 or basic, doesn't matter, you can use it. So we can, so it will be very useful for the integration. So this is a simple example about the third-party integration. As you know, the inner range access control system in Australia has been already integrated with Wave using this generic event. Okay, so for the license policy, basically we are using channel license. So if you have 10 cameras recording to the server, then you need the 10 license. And about the multi-sensor camera, if you are using 4-channel or 5-channel multi-sensor cameras, you don't have to pay any. You don't have to pay 4 or 5-channel license. You can pay also the one license because this license is based on IP address. So even for the multi-channel camera, you need only one license, and so this license is not tied to the MAC address or some camera hardware, of course, and lifetime software upgrade included. I mean, even if you upgrade the Wave system, you don't have to pay again. No tier, no license per server, only license per channel, and no annual maintenance cost, and no additional license needed for failover. Right, about the event rule, actually, I just show you how to use generic event, but I'm going to explain some detail about the event rule. So we have quite many kind of event trigger, which is analytics event means from the camera analytic. So it will be depends on camera menu. And we have a generic event and motion on camera, which means server-side motion detection. And we have a soft trigger, which is you can make your own trigger and you can just click it and it will trigger event. And about the event action, we are using this do HTTP request. And now we have this send mobile notification. Just let me show you some example. So from the event rule, if you check this analytics event, first you have to select camera. Okay, this camera is disconnected. Okay, this is our Wisenet Access Series camera. Then it will display what kind of events are available. So this is Access Series camera. That means almost every event will support it. So we have appear in the area, and audio detection, defocusing, everything. Intrusion, loitering, motion detection, of course, and sound classification, and virtual line crossing as well. So you have this much option for this camera. And if you select this AI camera from the Wisenet, then just a second. Oh, right. Actually, this camera is disconnected now. Actually, for the AEI camera, actually, I'm going to show you AEI camera integration after this presentation, so don't worry about it. So also, this is soft trigger is, first you can select camera. Okay, I'm going to use this camera. Right, just a second. Sorry. Just unselect it. This. Yes. So for the AI camera, we have this object tracking, which means our AI camera can support object detection, which is person detection, face, and vehicle detection. So you can use it as an event trigger. So it depends on the camera, what kind of event are supported. Anyway, for soft triggering, so you can, and you can just name of the trigger, and you can select the icon, and this notification. So now we have this icon here. So once you just click it, then event triggered. So it's very simple to make it, and I think the usage for this function will be very flexible. So you can use it for the soft triggering. And every event can be connected to the this mobile notification here. So now you can get the mobile notification from every event triggers. Okay. Okay, so that was the event rule configuration from the Wave. And the playback and backup, actually we support quite many options for backup. It will be easier to explain. So once you select camera, and if you want to back up, maybe from here to here, just drag the timeline, mouse right click and go to export video. Then you have options for like this. So you can add timestamp here. Also, you can add some image, and you can add some. And also, we can make some rapid review, which is time-lapse video. So this footage is now 41 minutes long, but you can make it to the maybe only 10-second video like this. Then it will make you the time-lapse video. This is very useful actually. But all of these transcoding features are supported only with this 3 video format, MKV, AVI, and M4, because this every transcoding means the video has been modified. So you cannot use for exclusive format. So if you select exclusive format, which is NO and EXE, then video cannot be modified. Normally we use it as an evidence and submit to the government or police. So for the NOV format, it's a Hanwha media file exclusive format. So it will be protected by password and it cannot be modified. But you can only playback from the web client. But and also, if you don't have a web client with your PC, then you can export as an EXE file, which will include web client install package as well. So once you back up with the EXE file, then you can just transfer the EXE file to the other PC and just double click it, and the web client will be installed automatically, and you can play back the video. Okay. So now about the AI analytic plugins. Now we have AI camera from the Wisenet AI P series camera, and it has been integrated with the Wave. Just a second. So first, just let's have a look at the AI camera configuration. Let's have a quick overview. So once you connect to the AI camera, then you have this object detection menu, and you can enable object detection from here, and you can select what kind of object you want to detect. So you just configure from the camera side from here. So you can set some exclude area up to the 8 zones, and you can set some sensitivity and minimum object size. Actually, here is quite important here. If you put some bigger size for the minimum object, then of course, small object cannot be detected. But if you set the smaller minimum object size, then smaller object can be detected. But in this case, if camera detect object very small, then it will be difficult to get some detail, which means normally our AI camera can get some attribute information, for example, wearing glasses or carrying a bag, and like a gender information and something like that. But if the object size is too small, then camera cannot get the detailed information. Sometimes it will be fail to get this kind of attribute. So if we want to get detailed attribute information by higher accuracy, then you better to set some bigger size of the minimum object size, and performance will be much better. So it's up to you. If you don't need to get the detailed information, you need to detect only detection. You need only detection for the object. Then you can set some smaller size of a minimum object size. Then it will detect everything. But sometimes it will fail to get some detailed information. Okay, so after you've done configuration from the camera, then when you go to the camera live view, then it will show you the real time, and in the real time, the best shot from the object and the detail from the object. So for example, here we have this person. So this orange line, it means orange rectangle is a person, and the yellow one is the face. So it camera detected person and face, and it will give you this information. So it's a male and middle age, the clothes color, and wearing glasses. Well, let's have a quick video clip for the configuration and demo. So go to the object detection tab, and you can enable and check the object you want to detect. Go to exclude area, so you can set some exclude area up to 8 of them. And apply, and go to the common tab. You can set the minimum object size here. So now I set the minimum object size like this much, and then you can detect this face. But if you set bigger than face actually now, then it cannot detect the face because face is too small. So it will be very important to set the proper size of the minimum object size. So if you want to only detect every object, then just make a very small size for the minimum object size, then it will detect almost everything. And to get the detailed information like attribute, you have to enable this best shot option, because from the best shot, camera will get this attribute information. So once you enable everything, and camera will detect person first and face. Now you get this kind of attribute. Okay, then how to integrate to the wave. So already integration has been done. So once you open the camera setting page of the AI camera, you can go to the plugin tab, and it will give you the option for configuration. you can configure almost everything. You can configure what kind of object you want to detect and minimum object size as well. So you can just enable the object detection, and you can choose what kind of object you want to detect. And once you've done the configuration, here you can see the live monitoring here. So if person has been detected and face has been detected, then it will give you this attribute in real time. And also here there is a object event tab here. You can see the history of the event. You can just click it and it will go to the playback. So if the object is too small to get the attribute information, it can detect the object, but it cannot get the attribute. So it will show like only person tracking, something like this. The video clip. So first you go to the plugin tab and you can see the configuration options and just check everything here. You can also set the exclude area from here as well. And once you go to object tab, it will display in real time the event. Okay. And for the search with attribute. So if we want to search a specific object in here, for example, I'd like to search only male object with the black clothes. Then you can put some keyword on here. So male, black, then it will give you the result, including this keyword. Let's see how it works. So first you can use some filtering option from here. So if you want to see only person tracking, then you can choose person. And for the face, you can choose face tracking. And if we want to search some specific object, go to the search tab and you can put some keyword. And in real time, it will give you the result of search. And also, as I told you before, you can use object detection as an event trigger as well. Right. Okay, so we have been looking at the AI integration function from the Wave. Okay. And just some other functions from the Wave. We support audit trail, which is you can track its kind of history. So once you open the audit trail, then you can see every detailed action from the user. So which user have done what kind of action. So it you can see every event and every actions from the user, so you can easily find out what has been happening. This is an audit trail. And also local media file management. And you can use watermark for the non-admin users. It will show like this. The username will be on the screen as a watermark. And also you can, this is quite useful as well. You can very easily record your own monitor. So just just click Alt and R, then it will be recorded. Now it's so, and again, Alt R, then it will save this recording as a file, AV file. Normally what we are using, when the purpose of this function actually, your customer is having some problem, then always you want to ask them for the log file and some image capture and video capture. So in this case, just ask them to reproduce the symptom of the issue and just record it and send it. So it's very easy for the troubleshooting as well. Okay. Right, so that's all for today. Today we have learned how to use Wave and such a specification and some limitation. So now I think I'm quite sure you can just go to our Wave website and just download Wave and you can play with it. So this is our Wave website. Oh, no, this one. WaveVMS.com, and you can see some configuration. I mean, you can see some video clip and specification. You can check everything. You can also download the Wave as well, the latest version. Right. So that's all for today. And thank you for listening my webinar. Let's have some Q&A session. Please use a chat for the Q&A. Okay, well, one question, a free demo software for channel, what happened after 30 days? Does recording stop, but software can still be used for demo, or does it all stop? Just to stop recording. Of course, you can use it. As I told before, you don't need any license for live monitoring and every other functions. So only recording will be stopped, and you can use other functions. So you can use it for demo as well. Can we use Wave to push video archive footage to a cloud storage service like a Google Drive? Not yet. I don't think so. I need to check with the development team, but as far as I know, we don't support this cloud archive service at the moment. Maybe we have a plan. Maybe I can ask and I will let you know. Is there any process with Wave mobile app connection issue over? Right. Right. Hello, Edgar. How are you? Okay. So nowadays, recently there is an issue with the web mobile application with Vodafone. I mean, if you are using Vodafone as an ISP, there was sometimes the problem with connection. So now we are working out. We are working on it, and actually there is some beta version for test, and I can send you, and I will send you this beta version, and you can test with it, and maybe so it's not completed yet, but I'm quite sure it will be solved soon. Yep, sure. Okay, anything else? Any other? If your server completely failed, how can you transfer to a new server? So, for example, I mean, for the recording footage, so if your server is failed, which means your hardware and hard disk are broken. I mean, if your hard disk is fine, then it's fine. I mean, the Wave will record video footage as a MP3 file. So basically, if your hard drive is okay, then you can just back up every video footage. But if your hard disk fail and everything's fail, then but I mean, you can install Wave to the new server, and we can transfer our from our license portal website, and we can transfer license to new hardware ID. Just a second. Cannot see hardware ID hardware. All right, just a second. So once just open the system administration and go to the license page and go to the manual activation. Then you will see this hardware ID. So this hardware ID is tied to the license. So sorry. So if you just change the hardware and just capture this hardware ID and license key number and send it to us, then we can send you offline license activation key file, or maybe we can just deactivate license key from our license portal, and then you can reactivate from your side. If camera is offline and recording only to SD card, can you access sorry about that. Actually, we are not supporting edge storage at the moment. I think you are meaning some retract or some backup function from SD card, but we don't support. Wave does not support edge storage at the moment, so actually you cannot use it. If failed, you cannot see anything in the server. How can you activate? Right. Actually, we have all history of the license issuing. So I mean, whenever we issue the license and we send the license to our distributors, we have all full history. So even if customer forget the license key and everything, then actually we can track it and we can find it. So you don't have to worry about that. Just install new server, Wave into the new server and get us the hardware ID. Then that's it. We can send you activation key file. Of course, of course. Sorry. Yeah. Can you activate license online? Actually, that is the suggested method for activation of the license. Of course, if your system is connecting to internet, you can just put the license key here and activate the license, click, and that's it. That's the best way, actually. That's the best way. But most of the site, they have only closed network. They don't have internet access. So that's why we support this manual activation. Web mobile application, new release support push notification, but there is no place on the application to the previous notification. Really? Previous notification. Oh, really? There is no history notification? Let me check. Hi, Noah. Okay, let me check and I will let you know about the history of push notification. Right. Okay, any other question? Okay, I think that's it for today. And thanks again for, okay, just one more thing. Okay, after you merge multiple servers, can you rename it? Yes, of course. I mean, if you merge the server, you have a multiple server from here. So you can just click here and you can rename it, of course. Server number 1 or 2, like this. Also, you can rename every cameras, of course. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's it for today. And thank you very much for joining this webinar today. And our next webinar will be in September, and I will send you the invitation email for the next webinar. And have a great day and keep safe. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.